Curious about vegetables? Talk to EWS Seed. Hello everyone, welcome to Around the Veg Table. I'm Lysette Lacambra and your host for this program. In today's episode, we have invited Mr. Roderick Bayaborda to present the topic on seed value additions at EWS Seed. Before you proceed or I give you the floor, let me have this short introduction of Eric. So Roderick holds a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in horticulture with a specialization in seed technology from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. With over a decade of experience in the field, he has expertise in seed enhancement, quality conservation, and the physiological factors influencing seed quality. So he is currently serving as the Seed Technology Manager at EWS Seed Philippines since January 2022. So prior to this, he spent nearly 10 years as a seed technology specialist and researcher at EWS Seed Philippines, developing his expertise in advanced seed technologies. So let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Roderick Bayaborda. Thank you, Eric, for accepting this invitation. It's been my long wish to have you in this platform and also to present on this important topic on the seed value added or value addition to that is being implemented by EWS Seed. So the virtual floor is now yours, Eric.
And no, thank you for inviting me over and to be one of the speakers of this Around the Veg Table session. I could see it as a very good sharing platform. We are reaching more and more stakeholders, and I really love to take this opportunity to be part of this episode so that I could communicate about seed value additions at EWS Seed. And then to all our joiners, be it in Facebook Live stream or in Zoom, so good day to you, and thank you for spending time with us during this session. So I hope this is going to be a fruitful sharing activity for everyone. So let me start by sharing my screen. So my topic this afternoon, or in the Philippines in case, is about the seed value additions at EWS Seed. So this is a very important and special topic to me because as Lysette mentioned, I have been working with EWS for about a decade already, 12 years to be exact. And I have started my career in seed tech department. So I've seen how these seed value additions have evolved over time. And I've seen how these value additions were able to deliver benefits to our customers, the smallholder farmers. So I would love really to take this opportunity to share with you what I know about seed value additions and give you an update as to what EWS Seed is doing when it comes to this initiative. So when I worked or when I prepared my material, I prepared it through this outline. So I actually want to start by defining the reason behind the seed value addition. So what is the rationale behind the SVAs? So why does EWS invest in terms of seed innovations or developing the seed innovations for the farmers? And then we're going to go into the meat of our topic. So we're going to discuss the seed value additions in EWS one by one. So we'll start off with Tropco, followed by Life Field Technology, Seed Health Stamp, NutriShield Plus. And then we're going to go to country-specific seed value additions like Extra Quality in EWS Thailand and ProTech in India. And then I'm going to cap off the presentation by just one slide on the way forward. So basically what we look forward to in the future in terms of the next steps. Let me start with this slide. So the question, why does EWS add more value to the seeds? So why is it that the company strive to really push for seed innovation? Why we invest a lot in terms of research and in terms of driving this seed value additions to the market? So definitely we do it in EWS because we have seen the impact or the benefits of the seed value additions to our customers, the smallholder farmers. And basically here we're gonna discuss what the perceived and observed benefits are. And the list that I'm gonna show you, I would say, is extensive, but at the same time it's not exhaustive. So meaning to say that there could be more benefits to seed value addition. And that is something that we would like to look into or do research more in the coming years here in EWS. So first, when we talk about seed value addition, the pest and disease protection is one of the key benefits. So in seed value addition, like for example, in seed coating, we could easily apply fungicide and insecticide in coating the seeds. And therefore, the seeds and seedlings are protected from pests and diseases on the first few weeks of plant growth. And that actually helps improve the head start, because when we talk about crop production, it is very essential that we protect the most vulnerable stage of the plant, and that's the seedling stage. So next advantage would be enhanced germination and growth. So we could also easily apply actives that could improve the vigor of the growing seedlings. So vigor in terms of, let's say, for example, faster germination, more uniform emergence. And normally, these vigorous seedlings would eventually grow, or there is a higher chance for these vigorous seedlings to grow into vigorous plants. Nutrient availability is another. So basically, we can add, for example, biofertilizer, biostimulants, and nutrient actives in our seed coating formulations. And this actually improves the ability of the seedlings to absorb nutrient in the soil. So the availability is there, the absorption ability of the seedlings is improved, and therefore the seedlings become healthier. So that is also one of the benefits of seed value addition, particularly seed coating. Stress tolerance. So this is another area that is becoming more and more interesting, I would say, because right now we are facing a lot of challenges when it comes to climatic conditions. We know climate change is there. Climatic stresses, like for example, right now there is a typhoon here in the Philippines. So there are actives or products in the market available nowadays that could actually improve the ability of the growing seedlings to cope up with abiotic stresses. For example, drought or the varying temperatures in the growing conditions. So there are products right now that could help the seedlings cope up with that. And we have started working on this, for example, in India, and we look forward to doing much more research because it's a very important ability or trait nowadays. So if we could incorporate more and more of this in our products, then that would be able to help more and more farmers who are using the products of these trusts. So the fifth one, reduced input cost. So generally when we do seed value addition, basically, for example, in the case of seed coating, the actives are placed directly in close contact with the seed. So basically we cover the seed with the actives, for example, a fungicide and insecticide. And because of that, the seedlings, the growing seedlings, are able to take up the actives immediately after the germination starts. This is as opposed to, for example, drenching, wherein the farmers have to apply much more, and then not everything that the farmers apply are actually used up by the growing seedlings, because eventually some are lost through runoff and the likes. So basically, the seed value additions and seed treatment in particular allowed the farmers to be able to effectively use inputs and therefore reduce their operational cost. Well, this one is, of course, another important topic, very, very interesting, environmental sustainability. So when we do seed value addition, we are actually applying what is minimally needed by the growing seedlings on the first few weeks of growth. And therefore, the farmers don't have to apply much more than what is needed. And also when the seedlings are healthier, they have the ability to cope up with stresses much more. And therefore, as compared to weaker seedlings, they need lesser inputs. So we know for a fact that when we apply agrochemicals in agriculture and in crop production, definitely these agrochemicals would have eventual impact on the environment. So if we apply too much, then definitely the ecological footprint is higher. So we are able to support that, to minimize that through seed value addition. Improved harvest quality. So the logic here is if we could improve the quality or the vigor or the robustness of the seedlings, then definitely there is a higher chance for the farmers to have more robust crops or more robust plants, and then a higher chance for the farmers to have better harvest and therefore better profitability. Convenience and efficiency. So we're helping the farmers actually because we are the ones, the company EastWest is already applying the enhancement on the seed. So therefore, the farmers don't have to apply the seed treatment themselves. Like for example, seed coating. So we have a very rigorous process in the plant wherein we apply the polymers and the actives through film coating using specialized machine, and therefore the process is safer. Now the farmers don't have to worry about applying the chemicals themselves on the seeds, particularly on the topic of seed treatment. So in the past, when we were not doing film coating, so what does a farmer do? He could actually purchase the chemical and then mix it with the seeds. The chemical could be liquid, so through the process of slurry treatment, the farmer could mix the liquid with the seed, or if the chemical is powder, then through just dust treatment, the chemical could mix the powder. So that is actually bringing in some safety risk to the farmers. So for the matter of convenience, East West has already took over that part. So we have been implementing already the seed treatment so that the farmers don't have to do it themselves. And then overall, of course, improve seed quality. So the different seed value additions that we're driving aims to improve the quality of our seeds. By the way, it goes with the motto of East West, right? So better seeds for better yield. So that is our promise and our commitment, and we have been doing that since we have started in 1982. So the list actually here is not exhaustive, right? I could say that there is a lot more benefits to seed value addition, and we look forward to understanding more and more of how we could put this into the farmer. With the understanding of the value of seed value addition, when East West Seed started in 1982, and the seed treatment actually started, I think, around 1986, we have driven a lot of development in terms of seed value addition. And in this particular session, we're going to talk about these 6 different seed value additions as shown here in the image. So we have Seed Health, we have Life Shield, NutriShield Plus, Protect, Extra Quality, and Trunk Coat. So over the past years of East West existence, we have developed these technologies. And my goal this afternoon is for me to be able to share with you what these seed value additions are. But first, let's take a look at the distribution of these seed value additions across different countries of operation of East West. So on the first column here, we have the value additions, followed by their respective logos. And then the third to fifth column shows the main big countries of East West. So we have India, Philippines, and Thailand. So we're mapping here where the seed value additions are being operationalized or applied. And then there are some other countries on which the value additions are also implemented. So for example, Crop Coat, it's actually operationalized in India, Philippines, and Thailand. And then also Myanmar and Vietnam are also implementing Crop Coat. For Seed Health Stamp, the same case, 3 main countries apply it, plus Indonesia. For Life Shield, 3 main countries, and also Indonesia and Vietnam. Now, NutriShield Plus is the newest seed value addition of East West. And currently, it's implemented in India and also in Philippines. So looking forward, it's also going to be implemented by Thailand very soon. And then right now, there are some country-specific seed value addition, meaning to say that only a single country is applying it. The example we have would be Extra Quality, currently implemented by East West Thailand, and then the Protect brand, which is implemented by East West India. So I would also like to take this opportunity to highlight that there are some overlaps in the benefits that are driven by these seed value additions. For example, we started NutriShield Plus 2 years back, and it's giving nutrition and protection to the growing seedlings. So that benefit is actually similar to what the Extra Quality brand of East West Thailand offers. And therefore, there is a move from East West Thailand to eventually convert Extra Quality to NutriShield Plus. So that's going to happen on the first half of 2025. And then Protect is also similar somehow to NutriShield Plus because it's providing nutrition and protection, but only to a limited crop, which is corn. We're going to talk about that more later on. But yes, it is a subset now of NutriShield Plus. Right, so this is exactly the distribution of the implementation of seed value addition on different areas or countries of operation of East West. At this part of the session, I would like to guide you or introduce to you the different value additions one by one. And I would like to start first with the top coat. So this is how the top coat logo. So, but first, before going into top coat, let's discuss first the challenge. So what are the specific challenges that our farmers were facing and that brought about the development of top coat? So basically, before the crop achieve a certain stage like this, the fruiting stage, they have to start as seedlings, right? And then the seedlings, I would say, would be the most vulnerable stage of the crop cycle because on that stage, a lot of problems could happen. Let's say, for example, on the right, we're showing you here dumping off of the seedling, which is caused by pathogenic fungi. So, and also in some crops, they are, I would say, prone to insect infestation. And if not managed well, especially on the seedling stage, we would not expect crops to grow very good from the infested seedlings. So these issues on dumping off or fungi infection and issue on insect infestation actually brought about the need to coat the seed. And the technology for that is actually none other than top coat. So top coat actually is a seed coating for better seed visibility and seedlings protection against pests. What is the approach behind top coat? So basically, it's as straightforward as applying the actives that provide protection to the growing seedlings. And we do it by doing the process called film coating. So in the film coating, we use a polymer, we mix the actives with the polymer and then apply the polymer onto the seed through a specific equipment. And the process of film coating allows the polymer to efficiently bind on the surface of the seed and therefore efficiently hold the actives on the seed surface. Now, what are the benefits? So the benefit number one, which is the direct benefit, would be the better visibility and appeal. But for me, I think on top of it, the more important benefit would be the protection against pests like fungi and insect after the first 3 weeks of plant growth. So these are the key benefits of top coat. Now let's take this as an example. So this is a cucumber seed without coating. For some, they would say that the seeds here look dull because of the absence of color. But when we do film coating, we could easily make them look, of course, more vibrant because of the added color. And now, as mentioned, the countries implementing top coat are India, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar, and Vietnam. And all coated crops should actually bear the top coat brand because top coat means the seeds are coated with protection. Right now, there are four main colors that we are applying in our coated seeds. We have the yellow, red, and blue, which are the primary colors, and we have a secondary color, orange. So this is what we're trying to standardize across East-West. So we're trying to ensure that all the crops, similar crops, would have a similar color in terms of seed coating. But then there could be some countries, perhaps participants here might be coming from a country on which they are seeing a different color from each product. So those are rare cases on which there is a commercial requirement to differentiate the color of that particular product. But that is a very rare case for East-West. Now, as I mentioned, the aesthetic appeal is just a direct benefit, but the main benefit for me would always be the protection from molds for all coated seeds or protection from fungi. So take here, for example, the yard-long bean seeds without coating. We can easily see that the seeds are infected by fungi. And what happens is, if the vigor of the seed is poor, then eventually the fungi will kill the growing seedling. So it will overcome the growth of the seedling and therefore kill the seedling. If the vigor is okay, then the seedlings will be able to cope up. But in some cases, yes, the seedlings die because of the high proliferation of the fungi. And opposed to that, if we do film coating with fungicide, then we could easily address the presence of this pathogenic fungi. Now, aside from fungi, there are some crops that are prone to insect infestation, not only when the seeds are planted in the field, but also even during storage. Sometimes, in rare cases, the eggs of insect are there. And when the conditions becomes permissive for the egg to hatch and grow into a full-blown adult, then that's a problem. So that is addressed by coating the seeds with insecticide, but that's just one of the settings wherein the insecticide takes effect. The more important settings is when the seeds have been planted in the field and some early season insects are present, so the insecticide could actually protect the growing seedlings. So one of the major crops we're doing it would be corn because corn is quite prone to insect infestation. So we are all familiar with fall armyworm. It's a technology. There's a technology that we have developed. We have put in our seed coating to particularly address that insect pest. So that's it for top coat. So basically, again, it's a basic coating for protection. Aside from improving the aesthetic appeal of the seeds, we are putting actives to address molds and actives to address insects. Okay, so let's now move to the second seed value addition. We call it the seed health stamping, and this is how its logo looks like. So what is the challenge that actually brought about the development of seed health stamp? So I'm showing you here pictures of diseases in the field, diseases that are actually caused by seed-borne pathogens. So seed-borne meaning that the pathogen are carried or transmitted by the seed. And I think for East-West, it's the last thing we want to happen. For East-West seeds to be the one responsible for transmitting diseases in the field. So that's the last thing. In fact, we don't want it to happen. Some examples of seed-borne diseases here. This one on top left is bacterial spot of tomato. On the top right, this is anthracnose of pepper. Bottom left would be cucumber green mottle mosaic virus or CGMMV of cucumber and also rest of the cucurbits. And then we have phomopsis of eggplant. Just some examples of seed-borne diseases that we would like to address, and we would like to ensure that East-West is not distributing seeds that are carrying these seed-borne pathogens. So that exactly brought about the development of seed health program, particularly the seed health stamp. So if you are a farmer purchasing our products and you see the seed health stamp in the packaging of our product, then that means that the seeds inside the packaging have no evidence of seed-borne pathogen or disease. And therefore, these seeds provide the farmers with a greater chance of producing healthy plants. So that's what a seed health stamp means. So the approach in particular is that any can or any pouch of seeds bearing the stamp actually contains seeds that is coming from a batch that have gone through laboratory tests. So we have a lot of different tests we're conducting in the lab to confirm the presence or absence of the particular seed-borne pathogen of interest. And only when we found no evidence of these pathogens will we even consider commercializing or distributing the seeds to our customers. So that is the approach of the seed health stamping program. And as for the benefits, well, when we have clean seeds, that means that the farmers would have a greater chance to produce healthy plants. And then when the farmers have healthy plants, then that would be equal to good productivity. I would also like to take the opportunity to highlight that when we do stamping, we also make sure to put a disclaimer in our products. So the disclaimer says that the seed health stamp does not in any way guarantee that the plants will not be infected in the field, because infection can occur due to many other sources. And for example, it could be due to contaminated soil and farm equipment, presence of diseases in nearby fields, the presence of alternate hosts, and other possible sources of disease infection. So what we mean from East-West is that we are ensuring that our seeds are having no evidence of seed-borne pathogens. So what happens in the field, so the farmers would have to have this kind of consciousness that there are other factors that could contribute to disease development, and therefore those factors or sources should also be addressed. Let's say, for example, the field of the farmer is clean, but then there is a nearby field, a friend of a farmer, and he visits that field, talks with the other friend, and then gets back to his field without really doing some management or some approaches to, for example, disinfect his clothing, for example. So the farmer could easily transfer the disease to his own field, even if the seeds he used was actually stamped by East-West. So this disclaimer actually brings about the consciousness that it's actually whole different levels of controls that the farmers have to implement in terms to manage the possibility of disease infection in his field. So I just would like to highlight that. And then these are some examples of the major pathogens or diseases that are being stamped right now by East-West. So we have 5 viruses in the list. We have cucumber green mottle mosaic virus. For cucurbits, we have squash mosaic virus, also for pumpkin and other cucurbits. We have tobacco mosaic virus for solanaceous crops, tomato mosaic virus. We have pepper and mild mottle mosaic virus, PMMOV for pepper. So those are the 5 viruses. And then there is Xanthomonas, which is causing bacterial spot for tomato. And then we have fungal anthracnose causing that is affecting pepper. This is just the main seed-borne pathogens that we are stamping. And in the future, if in case there are new emerging seed-borne pathogens, then definitely those would be covered by our seed health stamping program. Okay, so that's it for seed health stamp. I hope I was able to introduce to you what the stamp means, what it means for the farmers, and what are the different pathogens that are being stamped right now by East-West. Again, the countries of implementation are India, Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia. You might notice that the crops here are not all the crops we're dealing with because not all crops have seed-borne pathogens. So only those crops that have the possibility to carry the disease are actually being stamped. Okay, so we're now on a very interesting part also of the session. This is the poll question number 1, because for one, it would tell if you are really attentive on what we have discussed, and also it would tell if I was also effective in terms of presenting to you the information. So which of the following brands of seed value addition is country specific? So meaning to say it's applied in a single country only. So the options that we have right now would be, is it Top Coat, Seed Health, Nutritional Plus, or Extra Quality? So we're done. So actually the correct answer is Extra Quality. So if you might recall our tabulation or mapping on the earlier slides, so we have shown that Top Coat, Seed Health, and Nutritional Plus are actually applied on multiple countries. And then Extra Quality is only applied by Thailand. And you can see that actually in the logo because of the Thai script. And then there's another one, the Protect, which is only applied by India. So okay, so I hope I need to improve also on the next part of the sharing so that we could get a higher score on the next two poll questions. And then also I would like to request more attentions from everybody. Okay, so let me go on with the third value addition. So we call it the Life Shield technology, and this is how the logo looks like. So what is the challenge that we're trying to address here? So allow me to share, briefly a context. So when we manage our seeds in East-West, in our plant, we ensure that for example, the conditions where we store our seeds are optimal. So we invest heavily in our seed storage system. We ensure that the temperature, the humidity are managed because we want to keep the quality longer. But now the challenge comes in when we have packed the seeds and we have distributed the seeds to our dealers. Because on the dealers or on the seed stores, we have no control on how they store our products. So it would be good if the dealers have air conditioning unit, but for those dealers that don't have air conditioning units in their seed storage, then we could not, of course, force them or ask them to install those aircon because those are expensive. So meaning to say, in those settings, the seeds are actually exposed to many stressful factors. For example, a high temperature that actually deteriorates the seeds, exposure to sunlight that actually deteriorates the quality of our packaging. And so what it means is that deterioration gets faster on the dealer shelves. Well, I would also highlight that deterioration is an inevitable process. The seeds are live materials, meaning to say eventually they're going to die. But what we can control actually is the rate or speed of how deterioration happens. So in the case of East-West facilities, we try to keep deterioration as low as possible. But again, when we talk about the dealer conditions, deterioration becomes rapid. And then the loss of quality over time is a problem for us because imagine if a farmer would purchase a seed that has been significantly deteriorated in the dealer shelves, then that would lead to customer dissatisfaction. And we don't want that to happen as much as possible. So, and also in rare cases, another challenge would be insect infestation. Sometimes insect eggs are present on the seeds. They're able to survive our seed treatment only in rare cases, and therefore would eventually develop into adult insect. So we also want to manage that. And that's why we came up with a technology that we call as Life Shield. So Life Shield is an advanced protective packaging that extends the shelf life of the seed and also protects the seeds from insects. So what's the approach behind this seed value addition? So basically, the seeds that we are distributing for retail are stored or packed under hermetic and modified atmosphere technology. So I highlighted two words here. The first one is hermetic. So meaning to say that the packaging we're using have very good barrier properties. Moisture or gas cannot come in, and also moisture and gas could not come out. So that's what hermetic means. And then we modify the atmosphere to a different particular technology so that the gaseous environment inside the seeds would allow for seed preservation. So the benefits would be that preserving the seed quality, also preventing moisture and gas ingress, and preventing insect infestation. So that's what Life Shield is able to bring to the table in terms of the benefits. So we are doing it in retail in different countries, but at the same time, Life Shield is also applied by East West in our bulk seed storage. So the concept here is that if we could maintain the quality as early as possible, then we could increase the utilization or usability of our seed products. So right now, there are a lot of crops being covered by Life Shield technology. We actually started in 2018. We prioritize the sensitive products because those are crops that deteriorate quite fast because of their genetics. Like, for example, we're talking about sweet corn and onion, but then eventually we expanded to more and more products because we see the benefit of really preserving the quality during retail storage. In terms of countries of implementation, it's being applied in India, in Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, and also in Vietnam. Now, Life Shield, this is how its impact looks like. We have your sample of sweet corn, marigold, and tomato. And those in the right are actually the seeds that were stored under Life Shield technology. So this is sweet corn stored for 3 years. And we know sweet corn is very sensitive. After 3 years of ambient storage, we can see significant reduction in emergence, significant death or deterioration of the seeds. But if we do Life Shield, then we are improving the longevity of this particular sensitive crop. The same case goes for marigold, which is an important crop for India, and another case also for tomato, which is this is a trial coming from Thailand. So, but these are not the only crops wherein we have seen the benefit of Life Shield. So the physiology behind how Life Shield works is the same for all seed products, and therefore our intention really in East West is hopefully in the next 2 years we would be able to cover all products with Life Shield technology. All right, so that's it for Life Shield. Now we're gonna move to our fourth seed value addition, Nutritional Plus. And I'm getting more excited because Nutritional Plus is the newest seed value addition of East West Seed. So it's a good opportunity for me to be able to share with you what this value addition means for the farmers. So, but similarly, let's start with the challenges that the farmers are facing. So non-uniform emergence is a major concern, and you would agree with me when I say that this is not only a concern for the farmers, but also a concern for our nursery growers. So shown in the pictures are seedlings of bittergourd and pepper, and we can clearly see the non-uniformity in the growth of the seedling. So this is not something to be happy about, right? If you are the user, if you are the grower, or if you are the nursery seedling producer, then this means problem. So why? Because the asynchronous growth or the non-uniformity in the growth of the seedling would actually end up with smaller seedlings, and the smaller seedlings actually have poor vigor. So they are very susceptible to pest and disease infection and infestation. And if not managed properly, they're going to die eventually. And then if these seedlings that are not uniform are transplanted in the field, this would result to uneven crop stand. And this is a problem for the farmers because if you have different sizes of plant in the field, you need to employ different activities at different timing. Meaning to say, the pollination timing will be different in case of those that are producing seeds, and then also producing fruits. And then the period for harvesting would also be broader. So those advanced crops would be harvested quite early, but those that are late, those that are smaller would be harvested later. So it becomes a problem for the for the farmers in terms of applying the management activities. Now, in the case of nurseries, this is also a problem because this would incur additional labor cost. The seedling nursery won't sell seedlings that have different sizes. What they will do is they will sort the seedlings based on size and sell it after the size have been uniform. And so it becomes a challenge because, of course, during the process of sorting, they would incur additional cost for the labor. So as a good company, EWS would like to ensure that our customers would get a good uniform seeds or uniform emergence from the products that they are using or they are purchasing from EWS. Now, another challenge is that during the seedling stage, the seedlings are vulnerable to pests. So when we talk about pests, we're referring to fungal infection and also insect infestation. And the presence of these pests actually lowers seedling emergence, they reduce seedling vigor, and they reduce seedling field establishment. So we don't want that to happen because our commitment to our customers is to provide them with the protection that their growing seedlings need to increase their cropping success. So these challenges actually brought about Nutritional Plus. So Nutritional Plus is an advanced seed coating technology that provides not only protection, but also nutrition for better seedling growth and establishment. So, and again, as I mentioned, this is the newest seed value addition in EWS. So what's the approach behind Nutritional Plus? So basically the actives that provide both protection and nutrition are loaded onto the seed surface as a film coat. So if you remember top coat provides protection. Nutrition Plus is an upgrade of top coat because aside from protection, it also provides nutrition. And the benefits is similar to top coat, except that there is an added improvement in seedling vigor. So as shown here on the pictures below. So there is a faster seedling development, bigger seedlings, and there is more uniformity in the emergence of the seedlings. So right now, EWS Seed is covering 8 crops for Nutrition Plus. Eventually, we are expanding to more and more crops. And the implementation is now confined at India and Philippines, but soon enough, Thailand will follow and the rest of the countries in the coming years. We call Nutrition Plus as the seed armor because it provides 2 main benefits. The first benefit is growth booster, and the other benefit is seedling protector. It's very easy also to remember what the benefits of Nutrition Plus are because it's already in the name. So Nutri refers to nutrition and Shield Plus refers to protection. And that's why we call it as the overall seed armor. Now, in terms of the actives that we are applying in Nutrition Plus, this could be any of these 4. So for plant protection or for seedling protection, we have the fungicide and insecticide. And then for growth booster, we have the micronutrient and biofertilizer. So 4 different actives. And then other countries also have biostimulants. Not all crops contain all these 4, but it could be combinations of multiple actives. So what defines the final active to be added would actually be the response of that crop to the formulation. So we have to do research to identify, okay, which can we combine to provide the best benefit or best response to that particular crop. And once that has been confirmed, that's the time when we implement or confirm that particular formulation for a particular crop. So let's talk about the value propositions or the benefits of Nutrition Plus. So the first one is the growth booster. So growth booster because Nutrition Plus results to faster emergence. And that is because of the additional nutrition actives that we are adding on our seed coating. So that could be in the form of micronutrient, that could be in the form of biofertilizer or biostimulants. So and the results would be like this. So the germination or emergence would be faster. And therefore, at any given point in time, the seedling appearance would be bigger than the seeds that are not treated with Nutrition Plus. So another important growth booster benefit would be the more uniform seedling emergence. Again, also because of the nutrition actives that we are adding in our seed coating. So some pictures here of corn, bitter gourd, eggplant, and pumpkin, wherein we can see uniformity of seedling growth when we apply Nutrition Plus in our seeds. So that's it for growth booster. Now let's talk about seedling protector. So how does Nutrition Plus protect the seedlings from pests? and fungi. That includes fungi and insects during the first 3 weeks of plant growth. So basically, it's through the action of the pesticide, which are fungicide and insecticide. So again, because top coat is a subset or an upgrade, Nutrition Plus is an upgrade of top coat. So it carries the impact of top coat, which is the protection against molds and the protection against insect for selected crops like corn. And then third one is biofertilizer. Now this is specific right now for EWS Philippines, and I'm very happy to share that we have even added biofertilizer in our seed coating for several crops like cucumber, watermelon, tomato. So how does biofertilizer work? The particular biofertilizer that we added are live microorganisms that could actually fix nitrogen. So nitrogen fixing organism. And therefore, they could convert the nitrogen from the air, convert it into a nitrogen into the soil that could be usable to the crops. And therefore, the requirement for the farmers to apply nitrogen fertilizer become lesser. And at the same time, it drives sustainability because it improves soil health. So any reduction in the synthetic nitrogen fertilizer being applied in the soil would actually protect or help protect the health of the soil. So, and we have seen this in our trials. So basically, we connected with smallholder farmers, our farmer cooperators in the trial, and we have tried to ask them to reduce their nitrogen fertilizer application by up to 20%, but they have to use the biofertilizer coated seeds. And we've seen that upon reducing the nitrogen fertilizer and with the use of biofertilizer coated seeds, they could actually still achieve the similar level of harvest that they were getting without the reduction of nitrogen fertilizer. So this is an observed benefit, an observed reduction really in the input that the farmers need to apply in their field. So we hope to explore the biofertilizer application to more products moving forward so that the benefit could also be experienced by more and more farmers. Right, so Nutrition Plus as the seed armor, in summary, provides both growth booster and seedling protector advantages or benefits. Now, in the terms of growth booster, I highlighted in bold the particular actives that we are currently or at the moment are applying already in our seeds. So that includes micronutrient, biostimulants, biofertilizer, and who knows, in the future, we could even implement the use of nanofertilizer in our seed coating. In the case of seedling protector, we are currently applying fungicide and insecticide, but there are also other interesting actives like biopesticides. So we look forward really to testing more and more so that we could bring these benefits to our smallholder farmers. Right, so that's it for Nutrition Plus, and now we are on our second poll question. And the question is, which of the following brands of seed value addition is most recently implemented by EWS? And then this brand offers both nutrition and protection to the growing seedlings. Okay, so, well, that's a very easy answer. So I hope everybody gets it correctly. So it's a seed coating, seed value addition that offers both nutrition and protection. It's already in the name, actually. So we have a minute to answer this poll question. Okay, the poll is complete. So the correct answer, everyone, is Nutrition Plus. So once again, this is our newest seed value addition. Nutri refers to nutrition, Shield Plus refers to protection. So, well, this is an improvement. So 71% of the respondents got the correct answer. So there's another poll question at the end. So I hope we are more attentive right now, and I will try my best to explain the concept better. After discussing Nutrition Plus, we would now go to one of the seed value addition that is country specific. So meaning to say only one country applies it, and the first value addition would be Extra Quality. So Extra Quality is a brand of EWS Thailand for tailor-made value additions on selected seed products with premium protection. So the approach is basically similar with Nutrition Plus, but we're taking into the lens of the commercial side. So what EWS Thailand does is they try to understand the farmers or customers' need, and after understanding the customer's need, they create coating formulations that will solve those particular problems. And the benefits, of course, this is a big support to the commercial team because this is a value addition in our products. And then also, it's not only the farmers that are benefiting, but also the vendors and the consumers. These are the crops that are covered by the extra quality brand of East Thailand. On the top left is Yardong bean, and at the bottom left is K-line. So these two actually have been given the brand extra quality because Thailand added insecticide to manage nutrition sucking pests, which are actually affecting the quality of the plants and also significantly reducing the yield of these particular products. So that's how they come up with a solution that merited the extra quality brand in this particular crops. For this one, the top right, this is kangkong, on which the East West Thailand has added micronutrient to boost the growth of the kangkong crop and also added fungicide to manage soil-borne pathogens. And in the case of corn, they have added micronutrient again to boost the performance of the growing crops, and then they have added insecticide to manage early season sucking pests. So you might notice that there is a big similarity towards what Nutrition Plus can offer. And that's why eventually, as committed by Thailand team, the extra quality brand is going to be converted to Nutrition Plus. So now we're off to our last seed value addition. So this is Protect, and this is specific for India. So it's a comprehensive pest control solution that targets early season insects, both above and below ground. And this Protect actually provides boost to the growing seedlings. So they have a tagline, strong start, strong finish. So when they communicated Protect, by the way, this is specific for corn. It's very specific. I think this is very much aligned to the concept of any seed treatment or seed value addition. If we can protect the head start or the first few weeks of plant growth, then definitely there's a higher chance to protect the finish or the ending or the culmination, the yield part of the cropping of the particular farmer. So also I would like to highlight that the Protect is a very good example of how we try to evolve our seed value addition to be able to address the evolving needs of our smallholder farmers. So Protect is a seed coating technology. That's one. So we coat the seeds. Initially in the past, it started as a coating against fall armyworm. So that's the version 1 of Protect. So we added insecticide to manage the threat of fall armyworm in India. And then the second version actually includes micronutrient boost. So micronutrients were added to improve the performance of or the vigor of the growing seedlings. And then the third version, the very recent version, is putting biostimulant and fungicide to address stresses in the field and also to address the downy mildew infection. So again, this is a very good example of how East West Seed continuously innovate, continuously upgrade the features and benefits of our seed value addition to adapt to what our customer actually needs. That's it for Protect. Now we're off to our last poll question. So I hope we get a higher correct answer here. So the question is, the following brands of seed value addition involve seed coating process except what? So meaning to say, which among these seed value additions does not employ the process of seed coating? And as a trick, sometimes the word is already in the coat word is already in the brand. So it means it's coated, right? So yeah, so is it Trap Coat? Is it Life Shield? Is it Nutrition Plus? Is it Protect? So 3 of these actually do seed coating. Only 1 does not employ the process of seed coating. Okay, so the correct answer, partners, would be Life Shield. So why? So Trap Coat, again, is a coating process. We put protection actives through the process of film coating. Nutrition Plus is also a coating process. It's an upgrade of Trop Coat. So aside from protection, we added nutrition through the process of film coating. And then Protect is specific for corn, is also through the seed coating process. So that rules out everything that is coating. So what remains is Life Shield. So Life Shield, again, is a technology on which we are modifying the gaseous atmosphere inside the packaging, and we are using hermetic containers to preserve the quality of our products. So there, the correct answer is Life Shield. So majority of the participants got the correct answer, but still there are some who perhaps got confused. So I hope it's now clear that Life Shield is the process or value addition that does not employ the process of seed coating. So as a way forward, I only have one slide here. So basically, we have covered, we have discussed about the different benefits of seed value addition. We have shown that in terms of implementation, we have covered multiple countries already, and we have covered multiple crops. But still, I mean, the main way forward or the main next step for East West is to just continuously test and expand our seed value addition to keep crops and key products. So here we have not covered everything. For example, in the case of Nutritional Plus, we have just started implementing it 2 years back. And so the coverage is limited to the crops on which we have confirmed positive results. So as we test more crops, as we confirm the effectiveness, then that will give us an opportunity to expand to more and more products for our customers. And then also in terms of the actives available in the market. So nowadays, more and more products, micronutrient, biofertilizer, biostimulants, biopesticides are becoming more and more available in the market. So we are very excited to test those products and see if we could actually reap the benefits or transfer the benefits to our customers. And then the second way forward is, of course, commercialization in other East West seed countries. So right now, the commercializations are mostly confined on the mature countries of East West, wherein we have very good facilities already established for so many years, and so we could easily implement the value addition. So moving forward, we hope to be able to also provide the needed capacity for other countries to execute or operationalize the seed value additions, again, for the reason of increasing the number of farmers who would benefit from these seed enhancements. And ending, this is my ending slide. I would like to highlight the value of a good quality seed. So I started off by the question, why add more value to the seeds, right? So, and we have shown a very long list, a very extensive list of the benefits of seed value addition. And as I mentioned, the list, although it is extensive, is not exhaustive. Meaning to say that there could be more benefits to seed coating or seed enhancement in general, more benefits to Life Shield, to Seed Health Stamp, to Nutritional Plus, Top Coat. But what will East West commit is that we will continuously develop these technologies, because we know for sure that there are a lot of opportunities for us to upgrade the quality of our products. But our guiding principle, so whatever actions we do, is that we will do it as long as these value additions are going to bring, smiles to the faces of our farmers. So that's our guiding principle. So we know for a fact that our farmers are experiencing a lot of challenges in their crop production. So I think as long as East West can be a part of the solution, then we're going to push for our innovations or for our activities related to that. So I would end my discussion there, and I hope I was able to increase your awareness about the seed value additions that we have in East West. And I look forward to our discussion, because I think we still have around 26 minutes. So if there are clarifications, if there are also insights that you could share about seed value additions, then this would be a good time to share. So once again, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, partner Eric, for sharing your expertise about the various seed value additions. Actually, when I started East West Seed way back, almost 20 years, we only have Trop Coat actually as the innovation, seed value addition. So it was really great to see a lot of innovations coming in, and I'm also happy to see that you're going to the direction of the biosolutions. Having these biosolutions, biopesticide, and also biofertilizers as an option to give value addition to these seeds or to our East West Seed products. So thank you very much, Eric, for sharing. I think your
Thank you for the
explanation has been really helpful. I also learned a lot from especially the new treatments that you have. So you gave a clear understanding of how these innovations improve seed quality and productivity, which of course ultimately translates to benefit to vegetable farmers. So we appreciate your time and the valuable knowledge you've shared. Now let's check questions from our participants. I hope that they've also learned a lot. I've seen 3 questions already from the chat box. For our Facebook live stream participants, please feel free also to put your questions there in the comment section. I will start with Bong Nonin. So Bong Nonin says, thank you very much, Eric, for your added, new innovations information of Iswa Seed Company. Thank you. Bong Nonin has a question on, is it possible to share what are the ingredients you add to make this seed germinate or grow fast?
Okay, well, there's a certain level of confidentiality to that, but we could only share the generic term, which is micronutrient and also biostimulant. So, but unfortunately, I could not disclose the particular product because it's proprietary for Eastwas. So it's micronutrient and biostimulant.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bong Nonin, for the question. And additionally, I think you've already mentioned also that not all seeds that we have at Eastwas Seed are coated, right, Eric?
Yeah, that is correct. Let's take, for example, the case here in the Philippines. There are around 33 crops, 33, 34, and only around 27 of the crops are coated. So not all are coated at the moment.
And that maybe I can follow up with a question that how do you tailor the seed value addition to local needs?
Okay, that is a good question. So how do we tailor the value addition for local needs? So I think first the first step is by understanding what the local needs really are. So scoping helps a lot in identifying what are the key pain points of our local stakeholders or the local farmers. And as I mentioned earlier, if seed value addition could be part of that solution, then we're gonna push for it. So the second way I would say in terms of tailoring the seed value additions is by doing experimentations and validation tests, right, on the areas of commercialization. So what I mean is sometimes there are technologies that has been developed initially by Eastwas Thailand, for example, because the problem started there or the issue of the farmer started there. Now, the same issue became existent also in the Philippines the following year. So we could easily adopt what Eastwas Thailand has developed, but then because we might have a different conditions in our field, so we have to validate first, okay, are the treatments that are effective in Thailand also effective in the Philippines? So by doing some minor validations, we could see that if it's effective, then we could easily implement. But if it's not fully expressing what has been observed in Eastwas Thailand, then what we can do in the Philippines is, for example, optimize the formulations so that it will elicit the similar or expected response from the plants. So that's another way of tailoring country per country. And then I could also share that the tailoring also is highly influenced by local product availability. So sometimes there are products that are effective, in example, in the Philippines, we have seen it, but then that same product is not registered in another country. And therefore, that other country, for instance, Thailand, has to find an alternative product that could give a similar effect. So there are regulations indicating the use of products within certain geography. And as a responsible company, we also abide with that. Yeah, so those are some ways on how we tailor our seed value additions to local needs.
Yeah, that's great to know that you have this really knowing what farmers need and really tailoring based on their challenges also in their fields. And I like the idea that you also not just adapt or not just make it available, something that is already working in another country, but really looking at if it really fits in the context of the other country that wants to have that same technology. So thank you very much.
I also saw another question, partner Lysette, from Nonin. Both hybrid and OP also quoted. So the answer is yes. So we're quoting both hybrid and OPs. So in the past, we actually started with hybrids, but then again, with the goal of really supporting the farmers, the issue on, for example, pest and disease infestation are not confined to hybrids, right? It's also issue of those that are planting OPs. So that's the reason why we have also covered OPs, like, for example, onion, yard-long bean. So these are OP crops that we are also quoting because, once again, we want the same benefits to be experienced by OP farmers.
Please, what is the right thing to do or what to expect when you use a seed which the film coat color is removed? So this happens in most cases, as what Sebastian mentioned, when the seeds are expired.
My immediate answer is don't use expired seed. You have to purchase a new one. But then, the expiry period of the seed is just an indication of what the potential quality would be during the time of sowing. So in most cases, I would really say that the farmers could still see good quality even if the products are expired. But the thing here is that, of course, East West could not commit whatever quality would be there after the expiry period. So my suggestion again is use non-expired seeds. And yeah, so that's it.
Agree. Agree on that, Eric. And yeah, Sebastian, please use the not yet expired seeds. From Mala, she is asking if the biofertilizers that you use there in the Nutri-Shield is made by Iswe Seed or is it a commercial product?
It actually is a commercial product that has been present in the market for so many years already. There was a drive from the Department of Agriculture earlier or several years ago. Remember the Ukraine-Russia conflict, right? On when the prices of fertilizer skyrocketed 2 times or 3 times. So that was the time when the Department of Agriculture actually encouraged balanced fertilization, and they highlighted the use of biofertilizer. So we looked at the local market because the product that we have to use needs to be registered locally. And we found a very good product, a very good biofertilizer that has been in the market for 40 years already, meaning to say that it is quite a trusted product. And we tested it in our seeds, and yeah, the impact was there. So we immediately implemented it in East West. That's good. Thank you very much, Eric. And it's good to have also find the available products already in the market in the Philippines. So you don't need to, innovate or make a new product that could fit your needs. It's already there that you just need to maximize those available products. Good thing. Correct.
Yes.
Fully agree.
Yeah. There's one question that I would like from my side to ask. Maybe I think you also discussed that in the first slides, but just for the benefit of our participants who join us late. So how long does trap coat, or maybe not just the trap coat, but all those technology with the coating provide protection against diseases and insect pests after sowing? That's a very good question, actually. So our claim, and just like any other supplier of seed treatment claims, the efficacy lies within the first 14 to 21 days or the first 2 to 3 weeks after sowing. So during this period, the limited effective dose of systemic pesticides that we apply to seed coating is actually present still on the seedlings and therefore could still elicit the required effect. So now some might have a follow-up question that can we extend the efficacy to, let's say, for example, more than 1 month? The only challenge is, the answer with that would be no, because remember when we do film coating, we are applying a very limited amount because during the seedling stage, okay, the seedlings are very small, they would only require less. And if we put too much, that would cause phytotoxic effect on the growing seedlings. So we have to balance the dose that we are putting
and the sensitivity of the seedlings during that particular stage. So 3 weeks is safe. If we extend by 4 weeks and the impact is still there, then most likely that is because the pest and diseases pressure might not be too high in that particular area. So that's why the protection could still last until 4 weeks, but generally 3 weeks.
Yeah, thanks. I hope that is clear to all our participants that it gives protection 2 to 3 weeks after sowing. And what is the cost effectiveness, Eric, of using seed coatings like the top coat or NutriShield compared to untreated seeds?
Okay, well, the cost effectiveness might differ case by case. Again, with the concept that the pest and diseases pressure might differ. So if the pest and disease pressure is high, so the farmers will have to apply more, right? So they have to spend more agrochemical inputs. If the pest and disease pressure is low, they have to apply less. But just to give you an example, let's take on the case of, for example, top coat. So in the process of coating our seeds with top coat, we apply fungicide. And if we talk about an specific example like sweet pepper, we only apply maximum of 2.5 grams of fungicide. That's the maximum. 2.5 grams of fungicide for every kilo of seeds. That's already a kilo of seeds. And sweet pepper, 1 kilo of sweet pepper would be around 153,000 seeds, individual seeds, right? So 2.5 grams is enough to coat 153,000 seeds. And if you plant that seeds, that 153,000, let's say, for example, the germination rate is 90%, we would expect around 137,000 seedlings. So 2.5 grams is good enough for 137,000 seedlings. What is the alternative of the farmer? Let's say, for example, if he does not use a coated seed, if he uses an untreated seeds, so he has to apply post-emergence fungicide during seedling stage. A good example of a post-emergence fungicide would be ProPlant, right? So propamocarb hydrochloride. So to cover 137,000 seedlings, a farmer has to apply 2.7 liters of ProPlant. And what's the cost of ProPlant if we're using it? It's around $25. So see the difference? 2.5 gram of fungicide applied through film coating is enough for 137,000 seedlings. But in the case of untreated seeds, you have to apply fungicide through drenching, and you need 2.7 liters. So just imagine the volume difference, and we don't even have to go with the costing of the pesticide. So partner Lysette and that audience, that would be just one of the example of the cost effectiveness of seed value addition, particularly seed coating.
That's very interesting, Eric. And I think it's not only one time that they will even apply ProPlant, for example, during seedling production. So if you apply that maybe twice, then more cost for the farmers than having this seed value added additions from this ISWA seeds. Yeah. Great point, Eric.
Again, as mentioned, that is one of the way forward. We want more and more farmers to be able to have a touch or to receive a packet with the seed value addition. So, I mean, the team is small when we talk about seed technology team, but we're trying to organize our processes so that we could speed up this technology generation, and then hopefully speed up also the manner of how quick we are able to reach those other markets as well. But very soon, please stand by. We're gonna reach
I hope.
more and more countries.
Hopefully, you're also growing in Africa for the vegetable seed market in Africa. So hopefully, we also have these great innovations. Excellent.
Yeah, and partner, in the case of products from EWIT, of course, whenever or wherever those products of EWIT actually reaches, those products also have seed value addition.
Yes, so we still have some to offer also for
Yeah.
Africa. That's great news. And I haven't received any question, Eric. Well, great discussion, but I also have maybe one question to end this session. Let me check. Someone just sent. Okay, sorry. Maybe I'll start. I will give way to Septian first. So he's asking about, please explain more about seed nutrition. I wonder if the seeds are given external nutrients. So he's very interested to know more about that.
Well, in the case of Nutritional Plus, there is a particular product we're applying. It's a micronutrient product. So in that case, we are applying external nutrition intentionally on our seed coating in the form of a micronutrient. But then there are also cases wherein we are using biostimulant, like let's say, for example, in the case of India. And while the particular nutrition is not added, but because the biostimulant actually activates the plant to be better in terms of absorbing nutrients from the soil, then the overall nutrition of the plants improves, right? So yeah, in both cases, we put nutrition directly in our seed coating, but in some cases, like the biostimulant, we allow the plant or we activate the plant for it to have an improved nutrient uptake. I hope, Septiam, that is clear. A clear answer from Eric. If I may add more, in the case of biofertilizer, well, there is no direct application of nutrient, right? But the microorganism that we added actually is the one that fixed the nitrogen and made the nitrogen available to the growing seedlings. So it could be direct and indirect. Yeah, that's a good point to add in the clarification. We still receive a lot of questions, so thank you very much. Please keep it coming. We still have time, 6 minutes, to answer the questions. From Ate Mali and Marlinda Cara from the Philippines. Hi, partner Eric. Probably I just missed it for clarity. So is Life Shield or the hermetic kind of packaging, is it being done both in cans or in pouches? So the answer to Marilyn's question is yes, we're applying Life Shield to both cans and pouches. Yeah, thank you very much, Eric. There's one question from our Facebook participants, Rutger. So why do we choose to do this ourselves instead of outsourcing to Incotec, for example? Is our seed value addition at the same level as theirs? Okay, that's a very good question. So I would say that for this particular seed value additions that we are currently implementing in East West, because we have been doing this for so many years already, we have already developed the expertise to do it. And doing it internally is also more economical or cost effective for the company. Because if we outsource this kind of seed value additions, of course, there is a higher costing to it. But there are technologies that at the moment we could not execute ourselves. Like for example, in most countries where we implement seed value additions, we have little capacity to do seed priming or seed investment. So for this kind of technologies wherein at the moment we don't have capacity, we definitely tap the support of third-party seed enhancement companies like Incotec, like Germains. So it's a balance between what we can do and what we could not do. But at the end of the day, we try to bring the solutions to the farmers. So either we do it in-house or we tap third-party suppliers to do it for us. That's a very good point, Eric, to add also on the, we have expertise. You are the expert, and I know that you're really excellent in this job. So thank you very much. There's another question that I would like to ask to end this session. I know that maybe other participants are still interested to ask, so we still have 2 minutes to wrap this up. I have a question on the sustainability aspect, Eric. So how do SVA, so seed value additions, contribute to environmental sustainability in farming practices? That's a very good question also. So I would say there are several ways on how seed value additions contribute to environmental sustainability. So if we recall, so we talk about the process of seed coating, right? And for example, truck coat. So wherein the actives are applied closely on the seed surface. So because of that, that actually increases the utilization of the active. Imagine if you have a growing seedling in the soil or in any substrate that the farmer is using, the actives are already on the seed. So once the seeds germinate and the roots are out, so the roots could have an easy access to the actives. And because of that, the loss of active to the environment is reduced. So the different side is when, for example, the farmers would do drenching. So example, the seeds are not coated, they have to drench the fungicide. So normally the farmers would have to apply more. And it's 100% sure that not everything that is applied on the soil would be absorbed by the plant. So a lot more would be lost in the soil through the process of runoff. So eventually might reach our water table and might contaminate or bring down the quality of our water. So that's one. Also, when we do seed value addition, there is an opportunity for us to be very specific. So we can do some targeted seed treatments targeting a specific pest and disease, and therefore that reduces the need to put broad spectrum control. So normally, some of the farmers do that. They do broad spectrum control because they want to manage everything, even if the issue is not a lot or not many different pathogens are present, but they tend to apply broad spectrum products, and that actually what increases chemical usage and increases the ecological footprint. And then another, I would say, would be in terms of biofertilizer. So on the advent of our implementation of biofertilizer, we recognize that actually in the case of the Philippines, for example, the farmers are heavily reliant on ammonium-based fertilizers. And these ammonium-based fertilizers, through repeated use, could actually acidify the soil or reduce the health of the soil. But if we have the biofertilizer-coated seeds, and if we could reduce at least portion of what the farmers are currently applying, then somehow it's a step towards helping improve the soil health. So yeah, in general, I would say that through the seed value addition, we could actually reduce the application of agrochemicals and therefore reduce our ecological footprint. So that is our contribution to sustainability.
That's great point, Eric. Reduction on the reliance on the synthetic pesticides and also chemicals, and maybe less cost for the farmers as well, and less pollution maybe that you can bring to the soil, especially, and the water sources. So great addition to the benefits that we can get in the long term. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Eric, so much for this.
Thank you for the
relevant
opportunity.
topic. And I hope that we can also bring in more of this awareness to farmers, because these innovations are really important. I think we need to bring in the one that you mentioned, the last question, on how does it bring, benefit to the farmer, and especially in the environment. Those seed value additions that we have at EWS Seed. So thank you again, partner Eric from the Philippines.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you to our participants. Yes, participants for joining us today. And that's the end of our episode. Do you have any questions you would like to be answered in the future episodes, or topics that you would like to learn more about? Leave your questions or suggestions in the comment section, or contact our technical support hub members in your country. Stay tuned for the next episode of Around the Veg Table. Curious about vegetables? Talk to EWS Seed. Bye!